Key's Kitchen. Today we'll be making chicken parmesan with some roasted potatoes. So I'm super excited to make this meal, not only because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten yet, but because I made this meal before and I didn't get to like post it and take pictures and things like that. So I'm super excited to recreate it and hopefully be able to post it, all the things. So I'm gonna just get right into it. I know usually I go through like all my ingredients, but I don't know if I want to keep doing that. If y'all like me going through each ingredient and describing why I use them, then comment below and let me know. But I think I'm just gonna get right into the cooking, talking, all that. So I'm gonna start with prepping my potatoes, rinsing them, slicing them, seasoning them, and then we're gonna go straight into making this chicken parmesan. So see y'all in a little bit. Okay, so I have my roasted red potatoes. So what I'm gonna do is essentially just cut these in quarters, and like for real, you cut them in quarters, put them in this bowl, drizzle some olive oil, season it, and that's it. So I'm using all these seasonings here. So I have like this garlic and herb seasoning, adobo, dash original, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, like the basics. Like you don't gotta always like do too much, you know what I'm saying? And because I'm having like a whole chicken parmesan type, I'm not gonna do too much with these. And then I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer. So I did my air fryer review. If you haven't watched it, go watch that. But my air fryer does have the setting where you can actually roast stuff on it. So I'm gonna probably roast these at like 400 or so degrees, until they look like they're ready to be eaten, period. And I'm low-key trying to make this into like a reel too, so I'm trying to figure out like how do I make this into a reel while still cooking, because like the camera's constantly going for real, but like I need to record the reel. So I don't know, do y'all care if y'all see me recording it? Or maybe I can like crop those parts out, but at the same time I need them for the content. I don't know, but yeah, olive oil. All right, so potatoes are seasoned. Toss them in some olive oil. All these seasonings that you see, onion powder, all that. So yeah, you toss them, and then literally I'm just gonna sit these to the side until I'm ready to air fry them, and now I'm gonna go into seasoning my chicken. So for my chicken, same thing with the potatoes. I'm literally going to coat both sides with olive oil, seasoning it, and then I'm going to get into coating it for our breading. So it's going to be flour, breadcrumbs / panko type ordeal with some eggs. I'm going to get into it. It's going to be good, period. So just watch, just watch. So I just finished seasoning my chicken. So now what I'm gonna do is prepare my eggs, flour, and breadcrumb mix to get ready to bread it up. So chicken parmesan is essentially a dish. I probably should explain this on the front end, but essentially what it is breaded chicken over pasta with marinara sauce, and then you put like a nice crispy layer of mozzarella cheese on it. So it's really good. I used to not like chicken parmesan because I used to only see it with like TV dinners or like stuff like that, and it always looks soggy and nasty. I'm like, ugh, I don't want that. But then I made it myself one time because I saw it on MasterChef, and I was like, wait a minute. So that's what you're finna watch me do. So all right, so now I have my eggs, my flour, and my breadcrumbs, and honestly it should go flour, eggs, and then breadcrumbs. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to season my flour. I'm going to put the adobo, salt and pepper, some Italian seasoning in my flour, and then I'm going to add some grated parmesan to my breadcrumbs. I used a mix of the Italian style panko and just some plain panko breadcrumbs, and I'm also going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to my breadcrumbs because, you know, season everything, period. I'm not going to season my eggs though because that might just be overkill, but I'm gonna do a light seasoning in the flour, not too much. All right, so after I season it, I'm just gonna mix it up some. And one way that I know like my flour is kind of seasoned enough is if I see the seasoning. So like if I'm frying chicken, typically I'm putting like seasoning salt in there, paprika, things like that. So if I start seeing like those red flakes and things like that, then I'm like, okay, my stuff seasoned. But if I don't see it, then I'm like, I need to throw it again. And as I go, I'm going to keep adding breadcrumbs because obviously this is not enough for all the pieces of chicken, but you know. And then all you're going to do literally is you're going to take one of your pieces of chicken, coat it in the flour. So you want to make sure you get a nice little coating. You know, shake off the excess. Dip it in your egg. Shake off the excess. And then dip it in your breadcrumb. You want to pack the breadcrumbs in too. So it is a little messy, I would say, but I mean, it's worth it. So yeah, just repeat that for all your chicken breasts. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then when I come back, I will start on our sauce, and then we will fry these. Alright, so now we're going to get into the sauce. So for my tomato sauce, I actually have these crushed tomatoes. It's essentially a marinara sauce that I made a while ago, and I froze it, but I'm going to start my base with that, and if I end up needing more, then I'll crack open a new jar. But I'm going to start with this. But before I start anything, I'm going to add some minced garlic to my pan. That was a lot. I'm finna take some out, LOL. Okay. Minced garlic and some olive oil. And then from there, I'm going to add in my tomato sauce. It's popping. Ah! Okay. How much is? Oh my gosh. Okay, so my sauce is like going everywhere, and I literally have this junk on one. You see, I'm gonna have to. Maybe I need to get a different one of these, cause this one. It just do what it want. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up. Mix it up. Okay, calm down. Oh my gosh. It's tomato sauce all over the counter. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some seasoning. So I have some onion powder. And I know I said I had this marinara sauce before, but when I had it, I didn't really like season it. So like, I'm gonna add some additional, you know, give it some more flavor. And then this is sugar, so I do add sugar to my tomato sauce to cut the acidity. Sugar. And then we're gonna give that a mix. So off camera, I did add some chicken and some beef bouillon powder seasoning just to help it give it a more depth of flavor. Alright, so my sauce is done. So what I'm going to do is let this just simmer behind me so those flavors can combine more together. And I'm going to prep my pan for the oil, so start heating that up so we can fry our chicken. Alright, so my sauce is simmering. My oven is preheated at 425 degrees. So now I'm about to shallow fry this chicken. Shallow fry basically just means it's in a pan that's shallow, so it's not a high level of oil. A deep fry is when you are literally immersing the food in the oil, so it's deep fried, but this is a shallow fry. So I'm gonna fry each piece of chicken in my pan for maybe like 3 to 5 minutes, really until there's a nice golden brown on both sides, and then I'm going to cook it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, really until the internal temperature is 165, because we don't eat raw chicken, period. So watch. Hopefully this oil don't pop me like that sauce was popping me, because I don't got time for that. So I'm gonna start with a little piece first. So my chicken is done frying. So actually on the last clip I said I was going to cook it in the oven for like 10 to 15 minutes, but when I checked the temperature, these are actually like fully cooked, most likely because I cut them thin, so it helped them cook longer in the oil. Also, I was trying to plan with the heat and stuff because, you know, so now what I'm going to do is basically just dress it up. So you take your tomato sauce, you pour some over top of the chicken, and then you take some mozzarella cheese. This is a mozzarella and provolone blend. You can use Italian style or just straight mozzarella, whatever you want to do, honestly. And then you sprinkle it over top, and then you stick it in the oven, and basically you just let the cheese melt on it. So it's going to be so good. Can't wait to have it. So yeah, watch me type it. Alright, so I have my chicken parmesans here. They look so good. And so I put like medium to light cheese on them. Or I would say medium to heavy. I don't really know. This is not for the lactose intolerant, clearly. But I'm going to pop these in the oven. Let the cheese melt, get all gooey, the little brown spots, all that. And then I'm going to come back. We're going to assemble it. And I'm going to eat because, baby, I'm still hungry, period. Alright, so my chicken is finally finished. It looks amazing. So literally I'm just gonna put one of these on here. It's a wrap, baby. I'm gonna crush it. I will be posting a reel on Instagram, so check out my reel when I post that. But thank you for tuning in to watch me make this chicken parmesan. I don't know which one I should pick, y'all. Maybe I should do, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one. Ah! Okay. Thank you for tuning in. I got my roasted potatoes, got my chicken parmesan, and I'm finna tear it up, period. Like, subscribe, all that. I'm hungry. Bye, y'all. You ain't seasoning, it ain't, I mean, if you ain't seasoning, it ain't seasoning it.